Are you there, Dopey?
Yup, here I'm Buddha.
It is 4 p.m. I thought you would still be up.
Buddha, I've been practicing all week to walk properly. I suppose the tiredness had caught up with me.
Good. I'm glad you've taken my advice to work on it. While you are still sleeping, shall we do another round of OBE?
Certainly, Buddha. I see, that's old Aunt Nelly again. Buddha, why is old Aunt Nelly always on her own?
Dopey, watch and listen. Can you hear anything in the background?
Now you mention it, there is a continuous low humming noise. Is there a car around, Buddha?
Precisely, Dopey. Years of experience have given old Aunt Nelly a repertoire of many slick moves. She knows, anticipates, and positions herself for the best shot. Bingo, there she has scored. So now you know your old Aunt Nelly has a reason for her every move.
Wow, I want to score like her too, Buddha.
Dopey, you must always stay close to your mother. As a baby, always follow her lead and never venture off on your own, particularly when it involves cars. Your safety depends on it.
Okay, I suppose I'll have to wait until I have big choppers like Batty's.
Not even then, Dopey. Look over there, Dopey. Your mum is carrying you up to the road now. Seriously, how can you still be asleep when it's choppy like this?
Buddha, falling asleep is easy as long as I am glued to the milk tap. You should try it sometimes.
Dopey, I have no doubt at all you can pull it off in a flash. After all, you are here for milk nirvana. But that's precisely my point. Your path to nirvana comes with a string. Always stays close to your mum. Besides, you will learn many pearls of wisdom from her too. Now see who's over there.
Princess Bossy Jr. is with Her Majesty Queen Bossy, Buddha.
You see, even older babies like her still have to follow their mum around. And so must you, Dopey. I think you are waking up finally, Dopey. I'll see you next time. Remember my words.
Oops, so Buddha's gone already. But how am I supposed to learn to walk right if I just stick by Mom? That doesn't really cut it, does it? But as long as the milk bar is open to me, I don't mind. Let's just do what Buddha says. It can't go wrong, can it? Damn, but Mum has the power to veto it though. Buddha's words just can't cut it with Mum. Good gracious, did I just trip over myself? I suppose it's time to work on my legs again. Hold on, but Buddha says to stay close. I'm totally confused now. How could I work on my legs if I stay close to my mum all the time? Come on, Mum, don't just walk away. Stay close while I practice. Honestly, I ain't sure what my priority is now. Buddha has messed up my plan. If staying close to Mum is my priority, I suppose I should get back to the milk bar. Wait a minute, isn't this just putting me back to square one again? It's ridiculous. I really need to be practicing. But now Mum is pulling me back again. What am I supposed to do, Mum? Keep practicing, I suppose. So is this too far to Mum? Where is the balance? Like Naughty with his aunts. Even though I know Naughty can run and walk like a pro, he is still put on a short leash. That can't be right, can it? So even if I could walk and run like Naughty, we just aren't free as babies. Not even Her Royal Highness Princess Bossy Jr. What's the point? Why are they all suddenly leaving? Bleary, one of the beaters, just like my dad Taggy. I see, I can hear doggies. Looks like grown-ups can hear and see things before we babies can. And they know when it is safe again. Looks like Buddha had a point. We babies should stick close to Mom because you never know what might be out there. And so my older cousins are free once again. As long as someone is keeping an eye on them. Di, one of the older princesses. And so I'm free to go. Are you sure about it, Mum? Is this really the right place for me to practice? Oh well, but Mum says go. Oops. Help Mum, I'm going to fall. Phew, thank you, Mum. Thank goodness. A sip will do nicely for me now. Oops, no sooner had I a sip than Mum had put me down to practice again. Now this is a more familiar ground for me. Oops, I still have to be careful though. Yup, that's enough of warm-up exercise for me. I'm up for a challenge now. Look, isn't that Batty? Mum has given me a little hand. I'm going to give my cousin Batty a little surprise. Nope, he still hasn't seen me yet. Hello, Batty. Why did he just run away? I'm going to catch him. But Mum says I shouldn't overdo it. That's plenty of progress I've made so far. Now I see what Buddha says. I should practice when Mum sees fit. It is not the distance that matters. It is Mum's supervision that matters. And I can't be too far for Mum to reach me, in case there are doggies around. And it also means I can get a sip easier. Thank you, Buddha. You know, once you begin to get the hang of it, there is no stopping it. Now I can cut the time to find the entrance to the milk bar from either sides. Or I can just barge my way in. Bingo. Don't get me wrong though, I just ain't greedy. I see my cousin, Naughty above me. And I want to give him a visit like I did to Batty. For some reason, he's still being put on a short leash. So here I come. It's nice to know I have Mum as backup. I ain't sure how to tackle a tree big like this yet. Perhaps I can climb up that railing instead. That's Aunt Tracy. I think Naughty's over on this side. But Sugar, that's just scary. I don't know how to climb across and over to that side. I'm coming back down. Sugar, I don't know how to climb back down either. Thank goodness Mum is only a foot away. I'll have to pay the idea of giving Naughty a surprise visit. For now. But there is always a second round in my book. Aunt Dory, Aunt Dolly's sister. It's okay, Mum. Aunt Dory is just keeping an eye on me. Time for a sip, Mum. Nope. But I really could do one, Mum. I promise, Mum, just one little sip. Never mind. I'll just keep practicing. I have finally got the hang of it. With each step, my stride is becoming more confident with poise. I may still falter, I may still waddle, but at least I can now walk straight to follow my mum. Oh, definitely, I think I deserve it this time. At 4 weeks old, I have finally reached an exciting milestone. I can now walk more or less unaided, confidently following my mum wherever she goes. Now my world will take its first step out of mum's comfort zone. I can begin to chase my cousins around.